here at Precision Personal Training, and I'm here to interview Donnie Middleton about what it takes to be healthy. What does it mean to be fit?
Okay, it could be cardiovascular fitness, it could be strength, it could be flexibility. So when you're fit, it's a combination of a lot of those three principles.
How fit do you think our community is on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would say I would give it a 7,
Okay.
And that's just because there's a lot of sports. There's tons of sports involved, and there's different adult activities. We have, 3 or 4 different health clubs, plus, a number of personal training studios out there.
Okay. Question number 3. How much exercise do you think is necessary for the average child?
Average child, I would say playfulness every day. I mean, something in regards to some activity, whether it be running, jumping, playing sports, playground activities and things like that. As far as they get a little bit older, and as far as getting more detailed into training, you would say average 12-year-old could start doing strength training under a supervised area and make sure that they're doing proper form and technique without injuring themselves.
Do you think that schools are doing enough to prevent childhood obesity?
In all retrospect, I think we're not doing as good a job as we could with the knowledge and education that we have. I think that in the technology incorporated in there, I think that we're missing out on some of the key components to health and wellness because it's just not in the schools anymore. There's kind of taking place in other subjects and other areas, and so a lot of our kids that don't get to play organized sports are missing out on the health and wellness in our schools.
Can you just describe strength training and cardiovascular?
Strength training is we have a lot of different things that could be considered strength training. There's tons of stuff from suspension training now to band and elastic training to chain training, where you are adding load to the body without having an excess amount of weight, but able to perform the amount of reps and the amount of sets. And cardiovascular training could be anywhere from a resistance training that includes multiple number of exercises grouped together all in one set, or your typical jog in the neighborhood.
Okay, and then do you think it's safe for kids to do strength training?
I think it is safe under the right protocols. Usually when I'm working with a younger individual, I'll usually do a physical assessment to see if they can maintain proper body functions as they move through space. So regular running and playing and stuff like that, I mean, these are things that we typically already know how to do, but sometimes having a strength training program in place that it requires body weight control or, different things that can help them run better, play better, pull themselves up out of the seat, and that's where I would consider strength training for an adolescent individual.
Okay, and then what do you think the biggest mistake made by people who are brand new to strength training and cardiovascular?
The biggest mistake would be not accompanying their diet and nutrition with their workout plans. And also maybe starting off too heavy and too aggressive. Our bodies are organisms and designed to adapt very quickly, but as you add load, you add volume, you can get hurt pretty easily with certain exercises, and it's okay to back off and not have to lift the heaviest in the gym that day. So I would say the biggest mistake would be loading the body too quick, too heavy.
Okay. And then do you think what you teach your clients here at Precision Personal Training, they take that home to their families?
Yeah, they do take it home, and I like to incorporate just a family environment to where everyone is, they're involved in the decision making as far as what to eat that night, or the kids are involved too, the children are involved, the parents are involved, the dad's involved, the mother-in-law's involved, grandma's involved. It really does help to have a collective mindset as far as tailoring it to be family.
What the kinds of things can you think that would motivate people?
Some things that could motivate people is maybe training in a group. That always helps motivate a lot of individuals to stay on track and not veer off, because you do have to continue to sharpen the skills of resistance training or cardiovascular training, and sometimes doing the same exercise over and over can get boring and monotonous, and you might not want to do it every day because it is the same exercise. But involving and incorporating a large group or a organized system of working out can really help motivate and keep people on track.
Fitness isn't the only thing it takes to be healthy.
A typical healthy diet would be your basic nutrition, proteins, fats, and carbs, put onto one plate and eaten at the same time. I would think a typical diet you could eat every 2 to 3 hours. So if you wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, 20 minutes when you wake up, you should be eating something. And then every 2 to 3 hours, you should schedule to have something prepared to eat.
Okay. My parents offer us fresh fruit for a snack. Is that a good choice or?
Fresh fruit? Oh yeah. Fresh fruit is great because it offers a high amount of vitamins and minerals, and also it gives you body a lot of energy. Plus you're taking a ton of fiber, so you don't get that severe insulin spike that creates typical weight gain or dysfunction of your digestive system.
Do you think most people in our community have a healthy diet?
Oh no. I think about 10% of people eat a perfect diet, and then some people fall in the in-between area. 50% of the time they're eating okay, and but really people are their education as far as what to eat, when to eat, how to eat is failing, and it's just because there's such a high, easy, convenient replacement of healthy alternative foods. And it's a shame that we have alternative healthy foods when we should have alternative, just your basic stay-at-home food. Like everything that you cook for right out of the fridge.
Do you think that what the schools are teaching children, as in their diet plans, is accurate?
I don't think they're teaching anything. I think the basic nutrition that they feed the children and just the basic concepts of them are very confusing at times. That's why people don't have an idea of what is right for them.
What do you think people can change, like what aspects can people change in their diet to make a big change?
The big change is to decrease the amount of sugar that they intake throughout the day, replace it with maybe items that are maybe have the same amount of sugar but are included with fiber, okay? Like your typical orange juice glass of juice itself contains so much sugar that our bodies respond in a negative way metabolically. And if you were to take in a full orange, you wouldn't be able to eat that many oranges that actually made up that 8-ounce glass of orange juice.
Do you think the diet programs on TV like Weight Watchers are helping people?
I think there is a need for diet plans that help people control their intake and control. I recommend just having a natural, healthy diet of whole foods. Plant-based diet is probably the best to really gain health, wellness, and we're also talking about not just the weight benefit and losing weight and looking good, but fixing yourself from the inside, making sure your body is healthy. Then that way you're never really talking about, I'm not healthy or I'm not fit. You're always performing the way the body should because you're giving it an adequate amount of energy.
Also, do you think that the diet fads like Zone, gluten-free, and paleo are making a difference?
I think that in some regards the difference could be negative because people take it too long before they start adding in the right nutrition. But I think the immediate results of those diets are very surprising. They do give you great results up front, but it still doesn't teach our individuals how to eat on an everyday basis for a lifelong time.
What do you think is the most important thing that you would tell your clients about their health?
I would say the most important part of their health would be their nutrition and how that affects how their body can perform, burn fat versus burn sugars or both combined, and how much activity and how much energy they will have to actually burn. It's amazing when people eat, they eat right, they eat a lot more volume of food, but it only yields about half to 3/4 the amount of calories that a fast food item would have. So it's amazing to see when they start changing that. They're like, I'm eating so much, but I'm not taking in the large volume of calories that you used to.
Thanks for watching. Hope you learned about how to be healthy.